Okay, should we... Oh no. Apologies for the slight delay there. Let's gotta post it. Okay, so we're gonna go over SaGa Frontier 2, or at least the beginning portions. Sorry, I've been kind of out of it lately, but well, let's get started. This is the continent of Sandale. We see here a political overview of the areas where the setting takes place. And we look around the map. And we see here, we have Will Knight's story. William Knight, 15 years old, goes forth on his first journey as a digger. He later becomes Tycoon Will, which, for reference, think Speedwagon, who found oil and struck it big. And then over here we have Gustav, the 13th. The man who would change an era is born. Let's start with Gustav's journey because that one's very interesting. We're immediately thrown into a fight here as a cutscene. Mow them down. You can see here that magic is very commonplace, pretty much anyone can use it. And they even infuse it into normal attacks. This is more, exposition showing the setting than an actual fight. And it's just between monks of two opposing factions. Fight to the end. Charge! Good. Pursue the Marquis of Otto's army at once. Oh, his wife is giving birth. They're saved because Gustav is born, he even says as much. Hurrah, an heir is born. But did you hold your ground? Well, yeah, I mean, it's just a cutscene. So it was predetermined, the outcome. You can see how this game has a watercolor painting, like, hand-painted-esque setting, and I love that about this. Consider the battlefield on fire. Yeah, like I said, magic is commonplace. Anyone can cast fire spells. Like, that's a given part of the setting. Now, thankfully, everyone's fine. And there we have Gustav. The 13th. Totally not an omen of things to happen. Yeah, totally not spelling out what's totally gonna happen. Nicely done, Your Highness. I'm gonna actually save over this other file. I started the game with and played as well a little, but I want to start over. So we have Gustav exiled. You know, we won't get these kinds of graphics anymore. It costs much more than digital art at this point. Yeah, it really does. So there we have very nice painting of the family. I wonder if this game will get remastered like the other SaGa games and what it would look like. So we see the portrait hanging over there and NPCs are passing. So this is the firebrand ceremony, which is a formality, but it never goes as planned, does it? Firebrand, the ancestral quell of the Eugene family. As the name suggests, it responds to the anima of fire. Upon reaching 7 years of age, the prince undergoes a ceremony to test whether he is worthy to wield Firebrand and become heir to the throne. 7 years have passed, meaning it's Gustav. Yeah, pretty much. As you can see, the king does it, no problem, the blade shines. No, it's not the falchion. So Gustav then attempts to pick it up. He concentrates his anima, but nothing is happening. How could this be? He wants to disown the kid for not being able to, you know, cast magic. Only anima wasn't even drawn for him when he touched a firebrand. Common trees, grass, and even rocks have anima. He is less than a rock. It really shows the exposition of the setting, like how Gustav is treated. And he's gonna get exiled. And his mother, she feels strongly about it. And she gets exiled too. So again, literally everyone in the setting can cast basic magic except for Gustav. And that's, the catalyst of conflict for his side of the story. His brother misses his mom, who was exiled. And of course, the citizenry shares the views of the king. It must be psychologically devastating for a kid to be, thrown out like that at 7 years old. Vati's seal is broken. That's later on. So they got a dilapidated house for now. Do I have anything with second memory card? There's space on it. We're continuing. Departure from homeland. We see what happens next. Yeah, that's very true, Ferris. So here we have the king. Plumber. He's a mage and an instructor, like the tutor of Gustav. He wishes to be exiled because of Gustav not having anima. And the king doesn't give a flying fuck that he's losing one of his best servants. So the main character asks, does one with no mana where everyone casts magic? Yeah, exactly. So it's very similar, although Gustav is not the only one in this specific setting. But, you know, he is the main character, so he's a more notable one. Why did you tell me that he didn't have any anima? I did not know myself. Yeah, so here the wise mage dude is saying it. I wish. Yeah, he's still hung up on that. Dear mother, I do not wish to be here. He still speaks like a prince. Ah, and there's the teacher. Sielmer, Clemmer, however you say it. Google. Waiting here will most likely not change His Majesty's mind. Even worse. Now Asta can channel anti-mana and erase mana by existing. Yeah, I will say this much. Gustav does not get that luxury, but instead he works through it and becomes a luminary that changes the course of fate. Probably shouldn't be spoiling too much, but I guess I can say that much, that this is, you know, the backstory to the main catalyst of a revolution on, you know, the royal family side, the side with Will Knight, who becomes like motherfucking Speedwagon, a tycoon, is a separate side of the continent of Sandale. And it's fascinating history, especially since we're looking at this from a more historical perspective, where we have some of the setting knowledge, we've seen a lot of cutscenes. And he casts a sleeping spell so they can get away. But no one heard him shout. I always found that kind of inconsistent. I'm telling you, the overall art style of this game is just fantastic. And it's so expository. It will be another 20 years before Gustav will see this castle again. So he would be leaving his 20s. It even shows there the year where things are taking place. We're soon 1227. It's been 5 years. So he's a teenager at this point. It's 1232 now. Google, Southern Continent, the capital of Na. It's an Amazon warehouse. Yeah, pretty much. So they were given a mansion by the king. 5 years have passed. Gustav has become infamous as a violent child. Ungifted, that's a nice term they're using. He's twisted his mind as his year passed. A member of the royalty of the Eastern Continent, and that causes people to avoid him. You can see how they really set the stage. Flynn patiently endures even Gustav's most violent acts and never leaves his side, for he too cannot use any spells. So you see how it's not just Gustav, there are a couple others with their conditions, so to speak. What are you doing? Yeah, he got busted. Yeah, he takes it pretty hard on himself. And his mother is a voice of reason. And she's right, you know. This becomes a recurring theme where his self-worth is very much hit, but again, given the setting, and here we have, he hesitates and starts weeping out. Like I said, dude's pretty fucked up mentally. Sir Gus. Is it that hard to be unable to use spells? Yeah. Like, again, this shows the disparity, how they wouldn't be able to understand. And so we're gonna... Actually, I don't really have to save between this. Gustav and the blacksmith. So this is the first catalyst. Well, not the first one. The first is him being born. The second is him being exiled. So now we're in Jade. When Gustav turns 13, the King of Na grants him territory in the vicinity of Jade. Using this as an opportunity, Sophie takes Gustav with her and moves to Jade. Many speculate that the move is meant to prevent Gustav from being treated as a vassal to King Su, and as an excuse to stay away from the king, who has been repeatedly approaching Sophie. So at this point he becomes a lord, and we have control of him. So let's have a look at his stats, shall we? He has very basic gear. His level and spells are very low. He is pretty gifted with punching and swords, which is unsurprising. And then we have character stats. Let's see here. There's nothing you can really... We can equip an Archstone, which has a special enchantment. And when it comes to weapon arts, there's nothing he knows off the top of his head. Let's see, what else we got? Sound sterile. Yeah, I don't have a save menu. Just getting my bearings. So I can dash, which is great because many JRPGs don't have that. Hello there, good afternoon. Hello. We can help the guy over there. You can have a drink when you're older. Is that what we say to the lord of your town? So the Kingdom of Jade becomes a very important part of the history of San Diego later on. But for the time being, what Gustav wants to do is head to the back of the weaponsmithy here and speak to the blacksmith himself. There were no smiths in Thermes, and there weren't that many in Google either. It's circus show. So here we have more exposition in that steel is considered not conductive to magic. Yeah, stone and wood is a great conductor, but steel isn't. Yes, sir. And now I can see that Gustav is finally learning some discipline as a result of this, and he begins getting good. A year passes. What made you get the idea for the steel sword? I cannot use spell arts. I need to find another way to build up my strength. That's a very logical explanation. Another year passes. He's made a sword. Older, Gustav moves Jade, however his bad attitude has not changed. And now he has a sword. It's worth noting that he does not take any penalties using a steel sword, where anyone else would. Except for Flynn. But only Gustav gets to use his sword, I guess. Look at that, the passage of day, the way it tints the beautiful landscape. Sir Kelvin. Oh, please wait. Can't you think of it? I believe Sir Gustav is headed for the caves. Oh my god. Yeah, so this is where we get the introduction to the combat system of the game, because fucking Gustav decides to go on a joyride to the caves, and he faces off against bandits. Fool, you're coming with me. So, as you can see, the setting is beautiful, and you can also lose yourself in it and not pay attention to the monsters all around it. Hi, Akira! So, I'm actually gonna go ahead and explain the combat system next. Flynn is not participating in combat, meaning it's just Gustav. And the options are, we can use a life point to recover hit points, or we can just use normal moves here. The crab has more damage, so it's better to take him out first. Sparked! Perfect! Double slash. So the way you learn new skills in SaGa is, as you fight stronger enemies, you have a chance to learn a move that's more powerful. Like, you know, get stronger through adversity, I guess. And I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm just going to show. Gustav has 15 life points. You can spend one to earn back 100% of your health, no overheal. If your life points go to 0, you die. So that limits how many times you can fall and get risen in a battle. Oh yeah, no, the music and the background are some of the selling points of this game. Like, it's like looking at a handmade portrait. Controller's not working? Ah, there we go. I'm at 150 hit points, that's still not too bad. There we go. So obviously Gustav is not going to have any issues with mooks at this level. There's a treasure over there, but monster in the way. This could be problematic. I'm gonna begin with the bunny. Can I take it out and prevent it from dealing damage to me? Okay, I cannot one-shot. Their moves barely do anything, but this guy isn't doing much either. Come on, double slash. $173 out of 210. Right, so you do get healed up sometimes between battles, meaning if you can, it's best to avoid using your life points because they don't come back. There's another double slash. 4 hit points of damage, okay. We win. Still no stat gains, but I guess it's too easy a fight. We get a light spear. We'll try it out in another fight. I'm gonna speed through this one, I guess, or not. So still 189. It's worth noting that there's limited weapon points in some weapons, but the trial dagger is infinite. Now we could use thrust here against a fungus monster, but let's see how many... Oh, we sport another one! Cross slash! Perfect. Okay, that works. Attack power 21 compared to 25. And it has a bonus against undead. Perfect. It's worth noting that instead of fleeing, you can attempt to negotiate a truce with the enemy. Which is pretty interesting, imagining, you know, the characters trying to barter with a non-sentient being into a ceasefire. But early on, we don't really need that option. And like I said, you just get lost in these watercolor-esque paintings. Now obviously Gustav won't just go back. CMB. Tunium Togami is thrusting fungus monsters. Yeah, pretty much. It's a start of JRPG, you're not gonna be killing God off the bat unless you have, you know, like a taste of power like in Lufia 1, which is the... Yeah, the ending of Lufia 2 is the very beginning of... Yeah. But nah, here we're an exiled prince trying to fight his way through, and before we go for God and the Macguffin, we gotta start the multi-generational epic with the one person who cannot use magic in the universe, and instead finds that steel, which does not conduct magic, is actually pretty damn powerful. Ooh, double crabs. That's not good. Yeah, exactly. Although this time he's just going after bandits. It's not even rescuing a kid. The setting is very rudimentary when you think about it. And I still have all my life points, so I'm not concerned. We learn Deflect. Deflect has a chance of... Well, I mean, it says in the label, it blocks a physical attack. Cross slash... Ah, there we go. So instead of getting a regular level, 3 XP, we gradually gain levels in weapon proficiencies as we use them. A buckler, that's useful. We're going to equip that. I'm going to try dodging that enemy, but... Ah, there we go. There's nothing up here. We got to go back down. You can even see a shooting star here in the background, which is nice. It's just the little touches that make me very fond about this game. Because I believe Ferris said it earlier in the stream, how they just don't make games like this anymore. Slime. Oh, we're gonna go into a solo duel. So here we can pick individual moves. For example, we're gonna feint and combo with a cleave. Feint, focus, charge, and then cleave. And the AI picks their moves too. We can see how it kind of got knocked back, and then... We're gonna go focus, charge, ready, backslash. I still got my life points if it needed. Oh, that lowered my defense. Oh, that's a big difference. A hunter bow. Meanwhile, Kelvin. Now here we have Sir Kelvin of Jade. He can use magic and he's actually decent at it. And for now we're playing as him, trying to catch up with Gustav. But he gets ambushed. It's worth noting that he can even use life water, which is a healing spell, which doesn't use life points. That Gustav. You call me? Speak of the devil. He just shows up and joins the party. No fucks given. So as long as Kelvin has life water, he'll be super useful to us. Kelvin gets a sword level. Oh, it's you. What a reaction. There are bandits in here. Oh, so there were bandits. Flynn got captured. Wait, I will say Flynn. Of course you will. You're helping Flint, of course. It's such a lawful good character, he can look away. So they're gonna Leroy it. And because it's Gustav, and even though he's a fucking madman, his plans actually work. Because of course it does, he's the protagonist. It's worth noting you can either go solo combat or fight as a party. I'm gonna show off Kelvin a little here. We're gonna go feint, focus, charge, tree, leaf attack. That's some solid damage. We're gonna use one life point to fully heal his hit points. Then focus, charge, ready, tree. Lunge hit, that becomes tackle. The AI did a combo of its own there. It's interesting how the other monsters and even the party themselves just agree to sit back and watch as all this goes on. I'm gonna do 1 water and 3 trees. Custom Arts level 2 tree. We're just gonna do a bunch of thrusts. That didn't do much. Okay, that was a mistake. Oh, Jesus. That was a game over. Oh, Jesus Christ, I got a game over. That's amazing. Right, if you die in a solo duel, you get a game over, and apparently the AI got a lucky hit on me. So now I gotta start this chapter over. It's always fun seeing how these old JRPGs can screw you over. Now we're just gonna forward through this. We'll just go back to where we were. Christ, that's a lot of cutscenes I should have saved more often. Yeah, that's what I love about these JRPGs. If you don't know what you're doing, there's no hand-holding tutorials, you can just shaft you, and that'll be the end of it. So then we gotta go back. You didn't have enough trees. Yeah, I should have cast more tree spells. I guess Kelvin is very reliant on his magic, and not that good with spears, since he didn't have any weapon arts. We're just gonna fast forward here. And then get a quick save. Yeah, we're gonna save here. Format memory card. I believe it was the middle cave. Calls Flynn. And then he went through here, which causes Kelvin to show up. Right, thankfully we didn't lose much progress to that. So then we have Wood Spear, timely arrival by Gustav. We've lost our weapon arts, but that's okay. Enemies scale based on how strong your party is, so we won't have much for loss, and we still have life water. For example, there's a double slash. And save state here. We're gonna speed this up a little until we get to the point where we were. As you can see, Gustav deals as much damage as someone does using magic. And he gained HP. Perfect. Okay. We gotta tread very carefully. There ain't much room to run from that one, though. Unless you kind of bait it out in the open. Then go around it. Like so. Ah. Wood spear on the bunny, double slash on the fungus. I see, it probably has 100 hit points on the nose. Kelvin has gained WP, that means he can store more weapon points, which is basically mana for weapons. We'll fight as a team. I'm not falling for that one again. To even it out, another enemy does come by, which is fair. But now we're not fighting with the odds more, uneven. We're gonna have you use life water. It pretty much heals your entire health at this point. Gustav's at 112 out of 217. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I'm gonna use a life point and get Gustav back. And there we go, that's how you do it. So then we go over here. No, that's the way we came from. That's the enemy we just faced. Okay. There's the +1. We're gonna just forward through this. This is good EXP, especially for an enemy this dangerous, as it has a chance of sparking. Life water right in the neck of time. Saves us a life point, no less. Water hammer. Ooh, and Gustav gets health. Okay. As you can see, the enemies are getting stronger. A shark worm. This is because we have more party members, we're more powerful, whatever you want to call the reason. We're gonna kind of go easy on this guy since he is not much of a threat and can possibly spark. Or just raise, yeah, HP and sword levels have gone up. Good, good. Yeah, we'll just take it easy on these. I just don't see a reason to hurry. Ooh, nice deflect. Let's see. Through here. Music stops, we see the bandits. Wonder if they'll find anything good. They want more than just a hostage. Who is that boy? Oh boy. Steel sword. Well, yeah, like I said, in this universe, it's nothing too special. So it's a 1v1. And I'm gonna save state so I don't yuck it up. As mentioned before, anyone can use magic, even these monks. But... Ooh, nice deflect, Gustav. Double slash. Oh, nicely done, but that ain't gonna do enough to us. Ready. No, charge ready. Charge ready. There's a flame spell. Okay. Oh right, that doesn't do anything. I thought I meant to do charge cleave, charge cleave. I did charge ready, which meant I did nothing. Oops. Okay, so wasted a turn. And he's down. Ouch. 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 3 ouches, very specific. Now, 4-1, but the guy's injured. Bandits, are you where they were trespassing upon the property of the Count of Jade? Here's Kelvin. You can get ransom money for this one. Yeah, you can. But you ain't gonna get through him. Gustav is at 90. That's not good. So we gotta starve the burglars and then take on the chief. These mooks can't do much, but chief's temper, morale up, from being hit by their own chief. That's kind of funny. Gustav could use another heal. Whoa, don't go for the healer, man. Never attack the healer. 79 hit points healed. Okay, so Gustav has enough HP for now. One bandit down. She used Chief's temper on herself to get her own morale up. That raises a lot of questions. Take out the small-time burglars first. Ooh, nice deflect. She keeps using Chief's temper. Oh no, I picked the chief by accident. She's still gonna use Chief's temper, even with the situation against her? Okay. Yeah, she's basically giving us free turns here. This is good RNG. Or bad AI, or both, but it's just a regular bandit, so we shouldn't expect, like, a good fight. Oh, a spark. There's cross slash again. Enough, you're good for nothing. And she yields, because she's got no more left. He can't use spells, and spells don't work on him. It's true. And they yield. Yeah, they fouled it up. Calvin is a fucking saint for putting up with Gustav. Just saying. Mother's sickbed, and then reunion. So now I got a few more cutscenes. Like I said, the game is very exposition heavy, and it's fascinating to see the lore. Please look after Gustav. Yeah, she's gonna pass away. I don't know, he took off his sword, so he's probably in the caves. Find that fool. He just runs off, the speech bubble's still there. Gustav has no fucking idea what's going on. We could get the stone axe and the arc stone. Even when Gustav becomes older and has more responsibilities, he just gets bored and goes around killing shit. Ah, there's another variant of the battle theme. That's a really good one. I love how the background changes like that sometimes. We're gonna speed through this. Smash. That cost a life point out of the enemy from how powerful it was. And enemies usually have one life point unless you're non-generics. Fuck. Oh, right, you gotta go around, yeah. These paintings are so beautiful, sometimes you get captivated and you forget the right way. Sophie's health has changed. You got you very bad. I have no wish to witness my mother's death. We're going. Oh, yeah. That's pretty tough, I gotta admit. Again, Calvin has a good fucking point. Let's head back immediately. He joins the party. Forced encounter here. No, not now, yeah. He's right, definitely not now. Bad time for a fight. And it's a good monster too, dodge that move. Both are asleep. Ah, Delta Petra. Oh, that skips forward. She's still alive. He really is a wonderful friend. She says deep stuff to him, even as she's dying. It's an emotional scene. Like, she really thought it out. Give His Majesty my apology. His siblings. All he has to say is yes. So sad. Madame Sophie is really a wonderful person. Yeah, there really is. They gotta keep a brave face for Gus. Her anima, her soul. That's how they treat spirituality in this game. And he's at Tony almost immediately. They all mourn her. Marquis of Noel. And he mourns when no one's looking. Our mother has passed away, he says it to his sister. He holds Gustav responsible. And of course, Gustav is still noble, he gets to attend social events. Yeah, they're all overdressed, but Gustav and Flynn are, not. Probably that's no good. Nah. Yeah, he's thinking with his dick. Yeah, they know each other from Google. Distinguished Baron family. Oh my god. Father Dwarf, yeah. Hanging around each other for too long. These two little conversations going on are kind of funny when they both play out at the same time. We now go to a separate location on the map. Again, the game is just beautiful. He's just being chummy with the King of Finny. The portrait of the mansion is so beautiful, like the hedges, the pools, the details in the bricks. Is there anything of note here? I see it takes up all the item slots. It makes sense, it's full body armor. Mm. I'm just enjoying the scenery because it's so nice. He's trying to get dirt on. What are they planning? Is he trying to extort the prince? Trying to discredit the prince's allies? Like, what's going on, Gustav? This is the first glimpse we get that Gustav is actually a motherfucking Lannister, but who actually wins out. You can pass. Those glowing rocks don't do anything, okay? There's nothing here. Let's see. Do I have to pop a walkthrough for them? Because there's not much I can do around here. This house is empty. Molten's a very good natured person. He's exempted 6 old ladies from taxation. Oh. Something, what are you gonna do? You're gonna why I frame him. Oh my god. So we're gonna go back in there and see it happen, huh? Gustav's first Game of Thrones maneuver. You can even see the side of the mansion here. They spared no detail in the paintings that serve as the backgrounds for this game. That's Nebelstone. Isn't this mansion just beautiful? Ah. Summon Molten. I mean, he did technically get something. And that worked. The true ruler of White is Gustav, because he's the one playing them all. There's always a secret escape route for emergency. Oh, what's Gustav planning now? I bet it's in that room Nebelstern shoot us away from, like 5 minutes ago. Any one bookshelf trip, it's always a thing. Fireplace? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's right here. So, of course, there's monsters. This can't just be a Game of Thrones chapter. At this point, Gustav is solo, meaning that he's gonna do a bunch of one-on-one fighting. We're gonna speed through this. There's a chest over there, but not too concerned. Yeah, this is pretty fast way of getting levels. I'll lift crank. We can come back here and change the position if we want. But charge triple cleave is serving us well enough. And Gustav has more than enough life points to handle these mooks. I wish we could just skip these fights. Charge, cleave. Charge, cleave. So we're on the other side. Aha! Oh, he's got big fucking plans. The sun rises. Gustav, I knew he was up to something. He's trying to weaken why we frame Luton. He's ready to go about in such a roundabout way. What's he trying to pull? Oh, Neville's turn. You've been had. Gustav now rules wide. So, now he's Lord of the Castle. 5 years since Gustav set up his stronghold wide. Though through multiples efforts, the residents grew accustomed to Gustav's rule. Many men gather on his flag, and his power grows steadily. It is to do that Gustav's father, the King of Finney, has passed away. Hello, Mr. Tino X. Right at the point where the plot starts picking up. What do you intend to do, Gustav? If Mother were alive, she probably would have been able to return. We haven't had news on Fire Emblem games for a while now. You have the right to inherit Finney. Gustav says he doesn't care, but... Luckily, since he's a Chinese podcaster. The one who's hesitating is Gustav himself. I myself am recommending he claim his right to accede the throne. So they're preparing. I missed a video about Fire Emblem. I can't do what do. You know, I can't wait either. It's been a while, and I've been kind of out of it. I've been doing these streams to catch up. Also, thank you very much for watching my old stuff, dude. In fact, we have a Fire Emblem-esque chapter coming up where it's tactics with turn-based. Experience electrical in several thousand troops. Neville Stern. The one wide for knowledge in military matters. Yes, General. That is rather conniving, it sure is. Thank you for your kind words. How far you can go without spell arts. Okay, so we're gonna come up with the first war skirmish. Now this is pretty easy, only the last skirmish of the game is actually tough. Gustav the 14th becomes a successor. Half-brother. The rights to the Finney Kingdom. 1247, the shore of the lordless land on the eastern continent. First time in 20 years. I wonder what Mother would have said if she were still alive. Yeah, she really would have no desire. Many animals will disappear. People will die. That's the, lore. I just want to see what I'm capable of. I'm sacrificing everyone's honor for so selfish a motive. Yeah, you really shouldn't say that in front of the others. Son born to Gustav XII and King Sophie has returned home. Yeah. An internal conflict of the Finney royal family will not care who wins. They'll simply yield to the victor. Now see, this is why he keeps Neville's turn around. Portray this as a battle of Gustav against Gustav. It goes to himself, his judgment begins to fail. Yeah. He feels that others look down upon him because he isn't gifted yet. A positive spirit, just see what he can do. Your presence is crucial as well. Yeah. This is the first big fight of the game. Battle of Bucket Hill. We're gonna save here. Successfully landing at Lordless Land, Gustav proceeds east and crosses the Aneth River. The king of Finney, Gustav XIV, gathers his vassal lords and advances southward. Gustav's army blockades Zal Peak and begins a confrontation. The royal army forms a separate force under Kentau's command to take advantage of their own superior numbers, and moves to attack Gustav's army from behind. Noticing this movement, Gustav's army draws back and camouflages itself on Zal Peak. With fortune on their side, they regroup with the newly arrived reinforcements under the Count of Jade's command. They initiate an attack on Kentau's separate force. Kentau avoids battle and withdraws. He stands by and observes the rest of the battle. The royal army finally notices that Gustav's army has retreated from Zal Peak and begins to move in for an attack. Gustav's army also moves to intercept. The two armies collide at Bucket Hill, near the ruins of Han. Gustav's Day of Destiny is about to begin. Oh, I'm telling you, it's so thrilling. So we get to see the skirmish. So, the defense line cannot be breached, it's over there. Here we have Philip and Gustav XIV, and then we have our units here. It's a Finney army versus us, and we have named characters who are stronger than mooks. So, for example, player turn begins. Neville's turn will begin by attacking. So this will initiate an encounter. And it's just like at the beginning of the game where you have a bunch of mooks. But we have a named character on our side, which means we have the advantage. Mooks have 100 hit points each, but Neville's turn has 500 hit points almost and 11 life points. And he's the turning point here. The Finney soldiers have no chance against all this. Like, Jesus Christ. This is already a fairly even fight. When you have the Finney and the minor lords, and then you have, Gustav, Wide, and Jade. But they have more than 100 hit points, meaning their army is a bit stronger than ours. In Mook. Oh wait, no, they're down. Get on Neville's turn. He decimates the opposing army. Yeah, it's like no contest. Finney army has been wiped. Kelvin has 2 movement. Neville's turn is one of the only characters in the game that has 3 movements. Move in, move in. How do you cancel out now that you've done your turn? Are there any other enemy hostiles? How do you end the turn again? How do you turn N? That's a good question. Ah, here we go. Turn N. So now they're gonna make their move. Finny is going to attack Kelvin, but Gustav charges forward and places himself near Kelvin and Nebelstern, which means we can attack with both of them. Ooh, this is very good for us. Because they're the attacking party and have an archer nearby, we take chip damage. And they also get to move first. This will not be a one-sided win for sure. He forces us to withdraw. Ooh, he's going after Nebelstern. That's a very good move. Right, so if a unit dies more, they have to take a step back. We're gonna dogpile the two on the side there. Forward through that. Lawnmower and double thrust. Combo move. Well done. But we also take some of their guys down. They're forced to withdraw. Okay, so at this point Nebelstern can move. Only Nebelstern can move directly into Gustav. We need to take down the commander. We have the advantage. If we decimate these guys, it's an instant checkmate. Archers nearby, chip damage to us. Cross slash. Come on. Unsurprisingly, the opposing troops are quite powerful, as that is their commander. But this forces Gustav to withdraw. We're gonna have Kelvin move forward, and Gustav move forward, and army stays. And then, what did I do again to end the turn? Move in, move in. Huh, I forgot what the button even was. Enemy turn. Gustav versus Nebelstern. Oh, it's an AoE. Sweet. Let's focus on those two over there. Archers on both sides. Nebelstern will not be defeated easily. They're really dogpiling Nebelstern since he's basically the strongest unit. There is no AoE here. We're gonna go for the Ranger. All we gotta do is stall. Take out one or two of their mooks and then... They're all going for the named characters. which is actually kind of helpful for us. Focus all attacks on one character, dogpile. The soldier on the left. Ooh. That's a tie. They're going against Neville's turn again, who is now on his fucking own. Well done. You stun him, which means he cannot move that turn. Play your turn. Neville's turn's reserves are low. Neville's turn, come on. Nice shield block. We'll attack Null Army. This is a minor skirmish, I just want to make sure that the defensive line is not breached, so we're gonna kind of play it safe here. Woodstock makes sure that you kill at least one guy, and they lose the fight automatically because they're not going to take down Neville's turn. Even if they were close to taking him down, I could just use one of his life points. They are all going after him, just dogpiling. Jesus Christ. But he's still standing, just fine. Neville's turn was forced to retreat, somehow. But I mean, he has 3 movement, when no one else does. He's once again forced to withdraw. Gustav is over there. Philip is over there. As long as Neville's turn is standing, there's nothing they can do. I have to redo this, shit. With Nebelstern being pushed back like this. KO that guy, but... Oh, that worked. Oh, come on, Finny. You really think you can take on Gustav? He's the strongest combatant in the field here. And his guys are no slouches either. They're all in steel. Greetings from Germany, my people. Well, thank you for tuning in. We're right at the climax of this stream. It's Gustav's first battle as he tries reclaiming his throne. Well, his throne. We completely pulverized that section of the army. Come on, Nebelstern. Take out one of the guards. Three troops, none in reserve. It's 2 on 2, we can decimate them. Turn number 6. Finny Mooks against Gustav. That will not end well for him, I can tell you that much. Decimate the Mooks. Gustav versus Gustav. Oh, they deflected my attack, not bad. And we lost one, but they lost one. The fight has been dragging on for a while, but at this point it's pretty much a win for us. If Nebelstern wins, which he will, then the skirmish is over as their commander's army is decimated. Gustav the 14th has fallen. We win. Your Majesty. Kelvin, General, I'll leave the rest up to you. That's all he has to say. So now there's a couple more cutscenes, and then I believe we're forced to do the Knight's family. Renowned Thermes. Otto. He's the one at the very beginning of the game who was beaten by Gustav's dad. Ooh. So, the Marquis is now his. All that remains is no. He was always a lonesome child, always falling alone, falling out. Brother, dear brother. Aww. I wanted to run away. I hated the idea of running. Aww. It's worth noting that it's implied they have feelings for each other in side content. Why you? Kelvin. Oh boy. Why is it that I can feel a mother's anima within me? Very. Oh my god, so they felt it. and feeling that he lost his fight. Don't go hitting on your best friend's sister. Yeah, he got closure of his family. So he feels better. Who wouldn't? Fractured family like that. Gustav wants to build a city now. Hanova. Unnamed city construction restoration. Palace and Commons is nearly completed. And now comes the urban development. It's the dream to be able to get an audience for His Majesty. Oh yes, you can see it through another person's eyes. Oh, come on, you're exaggerating. Oh, he thinks this is final. It's rather crude, but using a doll myself, allow me to explain. Palace in the Commons. The urban area will be built in an arc around it, radiating outward. What type of district will we build here? So we get to choose what we want to build here. Blacksmithing district. Shopping area. Entertainment district. Yeah, it's true. Whew. I'm glad I even obtained more Gustav's approval. Words of encouragement. Firebrand tragedy. $12.50. Time has moved forward quite a bit by now. Philip has not undergone the firebrand, so he's not really king, but he's a honcho in charge. Yeah. She's figured out to get some firebrand. Little exposition there, or the meaning of it all. So Philip will try his hand at it. Whoa. Yikes. He's still alive. Just turned 2. Just with 5 more years, by then his son will be old enough to attend the ceremony. 5 years pass. Philip II decides to give it a shot. And he does so just fine. Die. Oh, what the fuck? Under your orders. He becomes a dragon and takes a dead Philip. Why indeed? What the fuck just happened? Holy shit. At this point, we gotta take over as well knights. The second main character of the story. Westia, the Quell Seekers gather. Remember, a Quell is like the firebrand which we just saw backfire enormously. Woe Knight is... well, he's not that good, but he's not bad either. He's more of a mage type character. He has a staff and a shield, which gives it away, really. This will lower his mana. You can fix stuff here. We're gonna go with the tree tool. And equip that to Will. Ah, yeah, here's how you transfer stuff between people. So we got the items that Neville's turn had, and he was way more powerful than us. That gets us extra mana. This will give us a nice boost going forward. Oh shucks, I'm too late, they've already left. The last party just left a little while ago, maybe it's the concussion. You don't usually add more members to the party once you leave the party. It brings up unnecessary dispute or the division of loot. All you youngsters say the same thing. Hey? Yeah. I am Will. I've come to look for a first job as a digger. She's a sentry, a guard for them. You didn't enjoy the last expedition? You're right, excuse me for my assumptions. Narcisse, spellcaster. Let's have a close look at the other characters here. Narcisse is an asshole, but he's the best character in the game right now. As you can see, Cordelia has decent view. He has a level 14 in archery, level 12 in stone magic, whereas Will is level 6. Cordelia is not even close here. Full heal at any time he wants. At this point, Will has his first party set up. And he is to visit the rooms of Han. And that is where we're gonna end the stream. Holy crap, I've been at it for a while. Whew. Thank you all for watching. We'll pick it up